Brian Flores, the man, the myth, the legend himself, says he would love to be a head coach in the NFL yet again. As you guys know, currently he is the defensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings. He's doing a damn good job. He has the Minnesota Vikings playing top-notch defense right now. So, guys, is it fact or is it crap that Brian Flores will get a head coaching chance again in the NFL? This is interesting. This is interesting because of what he's done, right? He sued the NFL just a couple of seasons ago for not hiring him because he was black. But when we look at Brian Flores' coaching tenure, 3 years as a Miami Dolphins head coach, he was 24 and 25. He started out in 2019, he went 5-11. Not very, very good season. Also, they had nobody. The Miami Dolphins were complete dog doo-doo, right? In 2020, he turned it around. They were 10-6. And in 2021, they finished 9-8. Now, when we look at the 2021 NFL season, they finished 9-8, but they started off a little bit rough. They were 1-7. Actually lost 7 games in a row. He was fired later that season after finishing the season 8-1, meaning on a 7-game winning streak. So they lost 7 in a row, they won 7 in a row, and he still got fired. Still had a winning season, like, get out of here, right? Let's flash back even further. 2020, the year that Tua was drafted. There was a haze over the whole season, right? Is Tua going to start? Is Ryan Fitzpatrick going to start? Whatever, yada, yada, yada. Ryan Fitzpatrick ended up starting the season. As a starter, he went 3-3 going into the bye week. Into that bye week, he was benched. After being 3-3, playing really, really good, Brian Flores was like, it's Tua time. Now, people deem that he already had a set date, like, hey, we're going into a bye week. After the bye week, insert Tua, which I applaud that. I'm like, yeah, stick to your guns, right? But, when you look at the starters for Tua, right? Tua did have 5 starts, 5 wins, right, with just 1 loss as a starter his rookie season. But let's not forget that Ryan Fitzpatrick bailed him out in the fourth quarter in 4 of those 5 wins. Now, it was rumored later that Brian Flores was fired because he did not want to tank the 2021 NFL season after starting 1-7. Long story short, he got fired by the Miami Dolphins. He sued the Miami Dolphins because they were paying him $100,000 to lose each game or something like that. I don't think that was ever proven. Later, he went into the coaching pool and he sued believe it was the Denver Broncos and somebody else because they didn't hire him or do that because he's like he was black. Not for sure where the lawsuit is pending. I think it's still pending in some type of judicial tie-up thing. But the last thing that I read, I remember saying that the judge cannot sue. Brian Flores cannot sue those teams. And just long story, basically kind of getting swept under the rug. But guys, is it a fact or crap that Brian Flores will not get a head coaching job again, or will get a head coaching job again in the NFL? And this is crap. This is crap, right? As winning is everything in the NFL, winning cures all, right? Whether you like to admit it or not, the Miami Dolphins were heading in the right direction underneath Brian Flores. Whether you like to admit it or not, he put into he stuck to his guns, and he ended up winning 7 games. And he is a winning coach. Whether you like to admit it or not, the NFL is still a good old boys club. Whether you like to admit it or not, the NFL owners protect themselves. And when somebody like Brian Flores wants to come after a team or two, it was the Broncos and somebody else, I can't remember for sure, when he wants to sue them for not following the rules of hiring, the good old boys are going to end up sticking together, right? Like, hey, you are trying to hurt one of us, all of us are against you. Now, I understand that the Vikings did hire him, and maybe some teams have moved past that, right? But when you look at the teams that could potentially be could use the services of a Brian Flores as a head coach next season. Dallas Cowboys, Giants, Jets, who's out there? Like the Saints, right? Are they a part of that good old boy club? And I think they are. I think they're a part of the good old boy club, and I don't think he will ever get a head coaching job again because of what came out in Miami, right? He exposed the owner saying, "Hey, tank or you get fired." He tried to sue the NFL for collusion and not hire him because he was black, and I don't think the NFL would want to deal with that again, right? If he does bad, and he gets fired, are they worried about they're going to get sued? So fact or crap, will Brian Flores ever be a head coaching job in the NFL again? I think it's crap. I don't think he will ever be a head coach again in the NFL. It's just it is what it is. Monkey the Faded says facts. Flores deserves it, and he is like Kevin. You are right. He did a good job in Miami. He had 2 winning seasons in Miami. 2 out of 3 were winning. He was turning the team in the right directions. He wasn't playing ball with the owners, ultimately called the owners out. And I think that's ultimately what is going to cost him, but he definitely deserves it. He's definitely a good coach. Look what he did in Miami the last 2 seasons. Look what he's doing in Minnesota right now. He definitely deserves it, but he won't get it because of what he did. James says, fact. Honestly, he did a hell of a job in Miami. He did a hell of a job in Miami with the shit-ass roster. Let's just be honest. Shit-ass roster. Ryan Fitzpatrick was a starting quarterback for like a while there. Come on. WBN says, big crap. He will never get a position that high again. He's lucky to even get a coordinator job, and that's no shade, but the facts are after the whole situation. It is. That is the truth. The truth of the matter is because he wanted to sue them for not hiring him or not interviewing him, or I don't remember the whole basis of the lawsuit. Quickly got swept under the rug. But wasn't there like 5 or 6 other people that was like a part of that lawsuit, like as well, some players and stuff like that too. But when you sue a company for doing wrong, and then you want to work for them again, it just seems kind of weird. Monkey the Faded says, we'll come back to this at the end of the season. We will. We will definitely come back to this at the end of the season, but I think it is crap. I don't think he will get another head coaching opportunity again in the NFL. Speaking of head coaching